Homeowners should stay calm and should not sell their property for a low price. The only way that the SDRs can get a foot back onto the property ladder is if the economy goes into a severe recession, which causes house prices to fall significantly. The SDRs will hope that during the slump there will be people who will not manage to keep up with their mortgage payments and will be forced to sell their property or hand back the keys to the house to the mortgage lender. However, any fall in house prices would just be a paper fall and would only be a real fall if the homeowner sells at a low price. As long as the homeowner hangs in for the long term, then eventually property prices always goes back up. The SDRs will try to take advantage of a recession by exploiting the misery of homeowners who are forced to sell in a depressed market. The SDRs will put in cheeky offers in an attempt to exploit a weak property market. However, as long as homeowners remain resolute and stay the course and hang in for the long term, then homeowners should not give the SDRs the satisfaction of getting a property on the cheap. If an SDR puts in a cheeky or derisory offer for a property, then the vendor should tell the SDR that they can wait for the right buyer to come along, and the vendor can say that house prices always rise in the long term. You need an abundance of forced sellers to cause a crash. Unless you are forced to sell, for example through unemployment or divorce, you are more likely to take your property off the market and tighten your discretionary spending elsewhere. There will be no property crash as long as the economy is still growing. As long as people can afford to buy and have jobs to do, so they will. Property needs a shock to crash, something serious like a large rise in interest rates or a recession, something that will bring forced sellers into the market in droves. Sellers will not cut prices unless forced to do so by economic circumstances. Most house moves are voluntary. People have a choice whether to go ahead or not. If the choice is between selling at a price they consider too low, most will withdraw the property from the market rather than sell at a low price. The SDRs will be hoping to take advantage of other people's misery in the next recession, but provided that homeowners adopt a long-term view about property, then the homeowner should remain calm and hold out for the best price for their property. If all homeowners adopted the long-term view, then the SDRs will not be able to get back onto the property ladder and will remain in rented accommodation forever.